Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. In our previous video, we learned about frame set and we learned that how can we divide our web page into different sections. So as you can see that the same web page we created in our previous video. So this is my frame 1, this is my frame 2 and this is my frame 3 and this is the coding for the same. So we learned how to use frame set tag, how to use frame tag, how to divide a frame in different proportions. Like this is my first frame proportion, this is my second frame proportion, and this is my third frame, which was calculated by web browser automatically. And here in all the frames, we imported different web pages. So my first frame is containing q1.html, my second frame is containing q2.html, and my third frame is containing q3.html. So basically we've created 3 frames. So now let me divide it equally, almost. So 35%, 35%, and rest is calculated by web browser, and let me divide it vertically. So Control S, come back and refresh it. So now almost equally all the frames are divided. Now further we are going to learn about some more attributes. So my first attribute is src. We have learned that how to use src under frame tag. Now there is another attribute by the name name and target. Name and target are the attributes which are dependent on each other. So let's learn how to use it. This is my coding, and here I am going to write the names for each and every frame. So I'll be using name is equal to, the name of my first frame is frame 1, and the name of my second frame is frame 2. The name of my third frame, let's say it is frame 3. That's it. Press Ctrl plus S. We can go back F5, and as you can see that there is no change in our web pages because we haven't used the target attribute. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to create a link over here in my frame 1. So if I talk about my frame 1, this is q1.html. So let's go over there. This is my q1.html. Do right click, open with Notepad. So this is the coding for q1.html, which is a part of my frame 1. So here I am going to create a link, ahref is equal to, I'm going to give a link to a video. So I'm writing the text video link, going to close A, and I'm going to connect one web page which is containing a video. So here on my desktop there is no web page. So I'll go into my new folder. There is a web page by the name embed. So do right click, go to properties section, copy the location of the web page, Control C, come back onto the web page and paste it here, Control V, and one more slash. Now go back again, copy the name of the file, Control C, and the extension is .html. So we are coming back over here, Control V, .html, Control S. Now what will happen? Video link is generated over there onto my web page. Let's see, refresh it. So here is the link generated. So if I'll click upon there, so what will happen? The web page embed.html will be opened. And here is it. It is, which is containing a video. But what do I want? I want that once I'll click upon video link, so that video should not open over here. Instead, it should open in my frame 3. So how can I do it? Let's see. This is the coding for q1.html. And here, after creating the link, that means after defining the path of my web page, what can I do? I can use one target attribute. And my target is my frame 3. And frame 3, if you remember, is the name of my frame 3. This is the name which I wrote over here. So my third frame has the name frame 3, and this similar name, the same name I have given over here in my target. So what will happen? Control S, go back, F5. Now this is my video link. Please observe it carefully. Once I click upon here, the video will get open in third frame. And here is it. You can see that video has opened over here. So similarly, if I'll write over here in target frame 2, so what will happen? My video will open, sorry, F5, my video will open in my frame 2. So I can show you. Here it is. So in my second frame, the video is open. So into my video link, I have given the target frame. And target frame is containing the name of the frame, which is there along with the name attribute. So this is how my name and target attributes work together. So name attribute I have to use along with the frame tag, and target attribute I need to use in my anchor tag. And along with the location, I need to give the target. I need to specify the name of my frame, that which location I'm going to target. So I hope this is clear. Next attribute is margin width and margin height. So I can tell you that also. If I write over here, margin height is equal to 100. So what will happen? Margin height is an attribute. That means the distance between the frame border and the content vertically. It is known as margin height. So control S, I'm going back again, F5 key. And as you can see that the content is shifted down from the border of frame. So this is how my margin height works. Similarly, in my frame 2, I can write for margin width. So I can show you. This is my margin width and 100 pixel I'm going to give that. So control S, go back, press F5 key. And as you can see, the content of the frame 2 is shifted towards right hand side. That means the 100 pixel space is generated from the frame border. So this is how my frame, margin width and margin height attributes work. Another attribute is frame border. So how my frame border works, I'm going to show you. If I write here, frame border is equal to 0. That means I don't want any border along with my frame. Similarly, I'm going to apply it over here also, 0. There can be two values of frame border. It can be 0 or it can be 1. 1 for true, yes, I want the frame border. 0 is for no, that I don't want the frame border. Similarly, I can write over here, frame border is equal to 0. Control S. Now go back. As you can see, right now the frame borders are appearing over here. But as soon as I'll refresh it, the borders will disappear. And the result is here in front of you. Now, I'm going to discuss about the scrolling feature. So scrolling feature is what? There are always two types of scroll bars, vertical and horizontal. So let me show you the web page. This is my web page, which is divided into 3 parts. So I'm going to make a change over there. I'm going to reduce the size of my second frame. So control S, come back, F5 key. And now as you can see that after reducing the width of the frame, vertical and horizontal scroll bars appeared automatically. So now I'm going to tell you that how can I disappear these scroll bars. So I need to make a change over here in my second frame. So if I write here scrolling is equal to no, that means I do not want the scroll bars in my frame 2. If I write over here yes, that means I want the scroll bars in my frame. If I write auto, that means automatically according to the height and width of my frame, the scroll bars will appear or disappear. So right now I'm going to show you that how can I deny that I do not want the scroll bar? So refresh the web page. And now you can see that the scroll bars are not there along with my frame 2, which were appearing earlier. Another thing that please observe my mouse cursor. As soon as I place it at the border of frame 1 and frame 2, the intersection, so mouse arrow is getting converted into two-headed arrow. So now after doing it, I can drag it to right or left. That means I can resize the frame manually. Now similarly here, once I place the mouse cursor at the intersection of my frame 2 and frame 3, again I can drag it to the left or right. That means the control is in my hand completely. So for that we have an attribute no resize. So if I write over here no resize, I won't be able to resize the frame onto my web page. Similarly, I want to apply it over here, no resize. Control S. Now go back again and refresh the web page. Now, once I place the mouse cursor at the intersection of my frame 1 and frame 2, I won't get my mouse cursor converted into two-headed arrows. That means I'm not getting the option to resize it manually. Similarly, over here, once I'm placing the mouse cursor at the border or at the intersection of frame 2 and frame 3, I'm not getting it to control it. So this is how my resize feature works. So we have covered almost all the attributes of frame tag. So I hope this is enough for the day. In my next video, I will tell you that how can we nest frame set tag. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you.